Hello, good evening. Today we're going to look at Google Sheet drop-down list produced using data validation function. So we're going to look at how to do a drop-down list using Google Sheet and the function, of course, or the tools that we use in Google Sheet to produce the drop-down list is data validation. Okay, so we're going to use data validation tool to produce drop-down list. Okay, right. So this, of course, presentation is going to be done by my humble self, as you can see, and we're going to use a payroll as an example. Okay. But before we move on, I have some information to share with you. Of course, as most of you are aware, especially in the Gambia, that we have a consultancy called Landfall Accountancy and Consultancy Associates that does some ICT and finance and accounting services. Mainly, we do capacity building trainings. So just to let you know, we're conducting another one this month in August. That's the 24th and the 25th of August. And the topic will be on capacity building training on modeling Google Sheet, Google Form, and Excel spreadsheet packages for financial data analysis and reporting. This is going to be held at Nana Training Halls in Cardiff. And of course, these are the categories of participants that are expected to attend. Finance department staff from all sectors, either public or private, auditors, both internal and external, admin and HR department staff, managers and staff of any other department. And of course, these are the fees, $35,000 per participant. And this is what each participant is going to benefit from. You will get a training or a workshop allowance of $5,000, and all participants will be given certificates and data, of course, data bank on a USB drive on everything that we've conquered during the training, plus soft copies of books on spreadsheets and on other materials. And the most important of all is you're going to gather a wealth of knowledge on spreadsheet. And of course, this will be very useful for you at work, and it's going to be with you forever. All right. So this is about it. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please try and do that by hitting the subscribe button and choosing the bell icon so that you can be getting all the videos that will come your way. Okay, so let's move on to the topic of the day. We're going to produce a drop-down list that will be done using the data validation function of Google Sheet. So it's going to look something like this. For example, if you do a monthly payroll, we all do as accountants and finance professionals. If you're running either a monthly payroll or any other report that is monthly, you could design it in such a way that you will be choosing, the months. You don't have to be typing it, but you'll be choosing it from a drop-down menu if a new month comes. For example, we have payroll for the month of, and then you can, if it is July 2021, for example, you can just come here and choose the month. So you could choose May, for example, and May will come. And of course, the year, you could choose 2021, of course, the current year. Come 2022, you can choose 2022. or any other year. So this is really, really handy. So I'm going to show you how to produce something like this. This is very useful for periodic reports. Okay, so let's go. We're going to do our months here, and we're going to do the year here. By the way, this is a template for a payroll with the following details: staff ID, staff name, the title or the designation of the staff, the basic salary, allowance, gross pay, income tax, social security 5%, that's in the Gambia, total deduction, and net pay. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a drop-down list or a pull-down menu for months and for year for your periodic payroll report. Okay, so we first have to do the months and the year somewhere as part of our assumptions. So this can be done somewhere out of the main work on the same worksheet, or you could create a new worksheet to do your data for your main template, okay? In other words, your assumptions. Okay, so we're going to do it here from column P onwards. So we will say month, and we'll say year. Okay, the months are, of course, from January. So just type January, and you don't have to type anything else, but you just click and drag up to December. Okay, I've gone beyond December 1, so I just did it. So I need only January to December because we have 12 months. So the years, I'll start from the current year, 2021. Okay, I type 2021. Then I type 2022, which is the following year. And then if I need to drag, I just have to highlight the two of them like this. And once I see this plus, I double click. Everything else will follow. So I have 2023, 2024, 2025, and so on and so forth. So this is the data I need for my assumption. That is, I need this data to be able to do my pull down menu on my payroll template. Right, so how do we do this? Simple. Actually, Google Sheet does data validation a lot more simpler than that of Excel. Okay, you'll see, for those of you that are familiar with data validation using Excel spreadsheet, you will definitely see to it that it's a lot easier to do it with Google Sheet. Okay, so we want to validate this area, which will be for month. So we just click on G3, and then we go to the data menu, click data menu, choose data validation, and this is what's going to display. So the first part is the cell range, which is where you want the validation to be. This could be a single cell or it could be multiple cells. The criteria is how do you want the validation to be? For example, do you want your validation data to come from a list, from a range? That's what we're coming to use. Or do you need a list of items? You can type your own list of items here, separated with a comma. So you can type and then and separate them with commas. Do you want to do your numbers, text, date, and so on and so forth? So then you have your data validation. Do you want to show a drop-down list? That's that's kind of button that will show that there is some data in here, is what we call a drop-down list. Okay. Do you want to show warning? That's in case the wrong data has been entered in the area validated, in the validated area, or do you just want to reject everything? It's usually advisable to reject an input if it doesn't match with the validation criteria. Okay, and do you want the validation text to appear? If you click on this That's what exactly the validation text is going to appear. Okay, so we have our menu here. We already selected the area that we're going to validate. So the criteria, we can click on this box. We choose list from a range. And then you come here, you have to state the data range. So that's why it says select data range. So click on that. And then we're going to go to our assumption area and click the data range. So our data range is from P5 all the way to P15. So you click and select P4 to P15. Then you say okay. If you say okay, it's going to appear here. So now it's saying, do you want to show a drop-down list in a cell? Yes, we want to do that. And on validation, we want to reject all the inputs that don't meet the requirement. So we just click on that box. And do you want validation text to appear? Yes, we click on that. Then here, if you want, you can leave this text here. If you want, you can type your own validation. So we're going to type our own validation. So we're going to highlight this and say, click drop down box, click drop down menu to select the ones. Okay, to select the ones. Okay, then you say save. Okay, once you say save, you will think that nothing has happened, but a lot has happened. Okay, how do you know that something has happened? Once you come here, you click on this, you will see a little drop down box. If you click that drop down box, you'll see all the data and the list that have been validated. And the good thing with this is, in case the list is too long, you can always search for things like, I want to search for all the ones that starts with J. For example, once I type J, all the ones that starts with J will display. And so you can use this to search any data. In this particular example, the data is not that long, but in case you have a lengthy or huge database, you could always easily search. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to validate the year. So we click on the cell where the validation is going to appear. Okay, then we go to data validation. Then we click on the list from a range. We go and click the range, and the range is going to be the range in the year. So I'm going to start clicking here. Then I say, okay. Then I say reject input. So validation text, then I'll say select year, just to make it simple and short. Then I say save. So once I say save, another drop-down box will appear here, which will allow me to select my year from the list of the years. So you can see here, okay? So now, if I want to make my payroll come August, I just choose August, then August will display, and of course my year will be 2021. Come the following month, let's say September, I'll go choose September, and of course my year will maintain, but if my year changes to 2022, for example, I can go and select 2022. Okay, so this is the way we do, this is the way we make drop-down list or pull-down menu using Google Sheet spreadsheet. Okay, and the function, of course, is called what? Data validation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to receive more and more videos from me. Before I go, I just want to remind you that For those of you that are in the Gambia, we have a training, very, very, very important training on the 24th and 25th of this month, August. So please try and be there. I'm going to send you the link to the form so that you can come as either an individual or you can be sponsored by your organization to attend this training. It's going to be very, very useful for you. Thank you so much and have a good day.